This is a Fox News alert. Right now, we are privileged to have the incoming White House Communications Director. We've had him on the program before, but never with the new job, Anthony Scaramucci from the North Lawn. Mooch, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Congratulations.
Hey, thank you. Great to be here. Good morning.
Great to have you.
It's a beautiful day here.
Absolutely, and we're going to talk about why you're smiling and the big win in the Senate yesterday, although you got plenty of tough sledding. But we've got this Fox News alert today. It sounds like Jeff Sessions has been in the news a lot. We know that. And yesterday, the President of the United States said he was very disappointed in Sessions recusing himself regarding the Russia thing. And the President has said, Mr. Scaramucci, also that he was very disappointed because he wasn't cracking down on leaks to press outlets regarding sensitive information. But now Fox News has learned that apparently the Attorney General is really close to announcing investigations into these intel leaks, right?
Yeah, I think he's got a plan that he's put together, and at some point, I don't know if it'll be today, tomorrow, or next week, he'll announce that plan. And listen, we have to crack down on leaks on a number of different fronts. There seems to be some holdovers, political holdovers from the Obama administration that are not helping. I'm certainly have the full responsibility here in the comms shop, which I do believe will get corrected shortly. And so, yes, I do think that the leaks are a problem. People are suggesting I'm going to try to get the leaks down to zero. That is absolutely impossible in Washington. I'm learning a little bit about this town. But what I do want to have happen is that people that report to me, if there are senior people inside the administration that are trying to get them to leak information on each other, we're getting that to stop right now, because that does not serve the president. It doesn't serve his agenda. It's an indictment on the institution of the presidency. It makes all of us look bad. And I think the president himself deserves better than that. And so we're going to try to hit a cultural reset on these leaks, not only here in the White House, but I'm going to be working with the agencies as well and the departments to do that.
Anthony, what makes you think that you can crack down on these leaks? And, what's your message to the Democrats? Because they have everything that this president has done, they have tried to stop it. Mainstream media, too. Many Republicans out there are saying, by hearing you say you're going to crack down on the leaks, many Republicans are saying, finally, get this to stop.
Yeah. Well, listen, Ainsley, I know it's a daunting task in some ways, but in a lot of other ways it isn't, because, I've run two reasonably successful businesses. You're either going to work inside the culture the way the president wants it, or you're going to be on Pennsylvania Avenue out here selling postcards to the tourists. It's one or the other. And I want to put it in context for the American people. There are 330 million people in our country. There are 300 people in the West Wing. So you are 1 in a million. You have a 1 in a million, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to serve the country and your president, and you need to serve him honorably and do the right thing for him. If you can't do that, I have the stomach and the backbone to fire you. No problem.
A moment ago, you said... And you fired somebody yesterday, right?
Well, now, listen, we're humane people here, and so that person was given the opportunity to resign, and I talked to him last night. I don't know him personally, and what I said to him last night... I honestly don't know him personally, so I don't want to comment on that specifically, and I certainly don't want to hurt his reputation. What I'm going to do for him is what I've done for everybody at Skybridge, my old company, is I'm going to help him try to find a job. He's a young guy, and people make mistakes in life. You guys know that. And so, I'm a big believer in redemption and giving people second chances, but not here at the White House. We have to fix this, and we have to fix it immediately, because it's for our country and our president.
Now, Anthony, you said a moment ago the president deserves better than this. Fair enough, because there should not be criminal leaks that are aimed largely at damaging him, damaging his administration. But as you know, there are a growing number of conservatives saying, wait a second, Jeff Sessions deserves better than this as well. How can you explain now this action he may take in terms of these investigations are coming after the president has been beating him up on Twitter, has done these interviews, has called him beleaguered, and you have conservatives, folks in your own party like Newt Gingrich saying, why is this happening? Please respond to them.
Okay, so this would be my message to my fellow Republicans and people that work with the president and my own personal experience with the president. The good news about the president, he wears everything on his sleeve. The good news about the president, he's an open communicator. We were talking about Ed Koch the other day, who was the legendary mayor in New York. Ed once said, hey, I'm not getting the cancer, I'm giving you the cancer. And the point that he meant by that is that he's going to fully express everything that's on his mind. The people that work for the president have to have a tough exoskeleton to be able to handle that. And for me and for the president and for Jeff Sessions, I sort of got to let Jeff Sessions and the president, or Attorney General Sessions, handle that themselves. But I would tell people to stay tough. The president likes tough people. The president likes fighters who are well-intentioned, I should point out. We don't want to just fight like an Italian family for no reason. We want to fight for the right reasons, right?
Right.
So
welcome to the NFL. I get it. Welcome to the NFL, right?
Welcome to the NFL. So if the president's upset about,
why is he undermining his own attorney general? That's the question you're not answering.
Well, you could view it that way. I actually don't view it that way. I think what the president's trying to do is trying to signal to people that I need your loyalty, I need your advocacy. If you're doing things that I don't like, I'm going to express that. He's not a Washingtonian. We're both New Yorkers.
Does he want a new attorney general, Anthony?
I don't know the answer to that. I think we got to let the president.
It kind of looks like it to a lot of people.
Okay, but you know what? Mr. Trump looks not like the typical. The president does not look like the typical president.
Okay.
He's handling himself in an atypical way for the presidency, and you could see that last night in Ohio. Sure. You could see it the night before in West Virginia. The reason why the American people love this man so much is that he's direct to the messenger, direct to the citizen, and he's also expressing his displeasure. And I would say to people in this town that are working with the president, stay tough, express your opinion, be loyal, and have confidence in yourself that you can get the job done. And so if you do that, I've seen that happen for my friends that have worked for him inside the Trump organization, and I see that here, that he respects the people that can talk to him in a deferentially honest way, but tell him the truth about how they feel, because he's going to tell you exactly how he feels.
Anthony, he's told all of us.
And in some ways, guys, that's very refreshing to me.
Yeah, he's told all of us about draining the swamp in Washington, that Washington is stalling his agenda. He's going on the road and doing these rallies. And even this morning, his latest tweet is going after a Republican Senator, Lisa Murkowski, because she was one of the 2 Republican holdouts, or the ones who voted no yesterday, just to debate repeal and replace. Here's his latest tweet. He says, Senator Lisa Murkowski of the great state of Alaska really let the Republicans and our country down yesterday. Too bad. Can we expect more tweets like this, holding Republicans accountable if they are if they don't agree with him?
Well, let me draw a metaphor for you. Let's say you're the head coach of a football team, and in this case you have 50 or 52 people on the team, and you're trying to get everybody together, but it's like corralling cats, and you know that if you subordinate your own ego, and you subordinate your own ego for the country, for the people of the United States, and for the Republican Party, the right thing to do is to stand side by side with the president. And so when you're not doing that, and imagine him as a football coach in the locker room, do you think that you're going to get chewed a little bit if you're not on side running the offensive coordination in the right way?
Right.
And so to me, that's a classic New Yorker letting you know exactly how you feel. What I don't like about Washington is people do not let you know how they feel. They're very nice to your face, and then they take a shiv or a machete and they stab into your back. I don't like it.
You know, Anthony,
I'm a Wall Street guy, and I'm more of a front-stabbing person, and I'd rather tell people directly how I feel about them than this sort of nonsense.
Well, have you heard directly from her?
Let me finish. Now that senator
that
knows how the president feels about her, and why don't you fix it? He's the president of the United States. He's the leader of the free world. Come here, and let's fix it, and let's work together for the agenda and for the goals that we have that are going to better the American people. That's what we have to do.
Because she has she personally voted to repeal and replace many, many times until now, and of course she was reelected just last November, so she's got 6 years on the clock in the Senate. But Anthony, before you go, we want to ask you about another story that Washington's talking about, and that is the Secretary of State, Rex Tillerson. He's been very busy, and now he's taken a little time off, we understand. He's gone fishing or something like that. But people are saying, hey, there are tensions between the White House and Rex Tillerson. He's not having a good time. Maybe he's going to be the next to go. What can you tell us about that?
So, one of the things, and you guys know me a long time because we've worked together, I don't know what's going on there. And one of my big regrets is I have yet to meet Secretary Tillerson, even though I was an executive committee member on the transition, because I was more focused on the financial space and the financial regulatory space. I never had the opportunity to formally meet Secretary Tillerson. So it would be unfair for me to comment on that. And so what I've also said to members of the press, I just saw Blake Berman from Fox Business. If I don't know the answer, I would rather tell you guys I don't know the answer than try to sound self-important and make up an answer. So
Anthony, we've got 30
I can get back to
seconds.
you on it, but here's what I would say.
Yeah.
Rex has had a phenomenal career. We were at the Boy Scout event 2 days ago in West Virginia. He is an Eagle Scout. What do you know about Eagle Scouts? They always try to do the right thing. And so my guess is we'll get this in harmony, and we'll get the communications going in a direction that the president will like.
All right. We appreciate it. Anthony Scaramucci joining us live from the White House.
Nice to be with you guys. Good morning.
Thanks, Anthony.
Good luck in
Thanks
the
for
days
waking
ahead.
up early for us.